Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am puppy sitting, so I have two dogs running around the house and it's a little bit crazy. So I figured I would just sit down, do a little chit chat video with you and catch up on some things. This is kind of going to be an end of the year with me, so if you know Get Ready With Me, all those videos, I'm obsessed with them. I love beauty bloggers. I don't know what it is. I absolutely love like beauty YouTubers. Obsessed. So if you hear some little clinking around, it's because I have two cute little pups that are running around today. Hopefully they will remain quiet. Hi. Really, as soon as I get started. The door is also open as well because they're probably going to be coming in and out, and if I close the door they would just stand there and cry the whole entire time. So I'm letting them come in my space and just do whatever they want today, so this is really just laid back, me chit-chatting with you. So let's just end the year together. 2017 was an absolutely insane year. It was really a great year for me and my business, and I'm honestly so excited to have this video so that I can look back and watch it, but I hope you guys enjoy it as well. It was a great year for my business. I started out the year in kind of a rough patch. I launched my website on January 17th, 2017. So my website's technically not even a year old. I bought my domain in October of 2016, so it gets kind of confusing, but I launched my website in January of 2017. Are you okay? So technically this is coming up on like a year end of the first year of owning my blog, which is really, really exciting. This year I made $3,000 with my blog. My goal for this year was to be making $5,000 a month. Now, I set that goal before I had even launched my blog, so I didn't even know, one, if I was going to launch it, two, if it was going to be successful, three, if anyone was really going to read it. I had no idea how I was going to monetize it. I just set the goal that I wanted to be making $5,000 a month with my blog, and I really didn't think it through further than that. So to end the year with making $3,000, I'm actually really pleased with that because I didn't have a set plan in place. Now I actually have a plan in place that I've been working on and how I'm going to make money in 2018, and I'm really excited about that. So let's go back and focus on my goals for 2017. So I started 2017 and I wrote out my goals that I wanted to achieve. I actually have the notebook right here. I wrote it in this notebook, and on the first page I wrote my goals for 2017, and the end goal was to be working on my own, which I'm doing, which is terrifying but exciting. The next goal was 5K a month in income. We just talked about that. 50K Instagram followers, which I ended up knocking down to 5K, and I'm still not going to reach that by the end of the year, and I'm really fine with it. The next one was 50 blog posts launch. I am well over that. I'm going to launch almost 70 by the end of this year, and I'm excited for that because that is over one a week. So I've really stuck to my goal, and I've been very consistent with producing blog posts, and that's like super exciting. 5 guest blog posts, which I was supposed to have 5 guest blog posts launched, but then one has not gotten back to me, so I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe I'll have a 5th one launched by the end of this year. Otherwise, I am super close to that goal, and I really, really do want to hit that goal. My other goal was 100,000 Pinterest followers, and I actually have 1,500 as of today, so I'm very excited about that. I crushed that goal, succeeded it by 500 extra followers, which is awesome. You may have already watched my video, or you may have read my blog post about how I went from a full-time position to a freelance job, and I gotta say I didn't really do a great job explaining it because in the moment I was just so excited that I had no idea what I wanted to say to you guys, and it was kind of all over the place. So I think it might be important for me to go back and rewrite that or kind of explain further how to become a freelancer. But I transitioned into a freelance position, and the reason I did that was because when I was making the transition, I actually found out that my company no longer needed me. So I was kind of being let go in a sense. The company that I work for is so freaking sweet, and it didn't really seem like that at all, but it was essentially like I was losing my position, and I had no other choice to find another one. So I was offered a full-time job with another company that I knew, but I didn't really want that position. I just didn't. And then I was offered actually a freelancing job at the exact same time. I'm telling you, it was like the universe shot down on me and gave me this opportunity. And I was going to be a part-time freelancer making the same amount of money I would be making working full-time, and it would be a 6+ month commitment. And I was really excited for it, you know. I had no idea what to expect. Diving into the world of freelancing, it was a little bit different, obviously, than working a full-time job, normal 8 to 5. It was kind of like you could set your hours, and it was like they were like my clients. So it was a little different, and it was definitely an adjustment. after working with them for a few weeks, I haven't told you guys this publicly yet, it is actually going live in the blog post that went live yesterday, so you guys technically have already found out. But I ended up losing that position within 3 months. I mean, not 3 months, 3 weeks of getting it. And they said that it would be a 6+ month contract. And I went from a secure full-time position to a freelance job that I thought was going to be secure-ish, 6 months. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start applying to other freelance jobs here and there so that I can continue to make money. Well, I just got an email saying that they had budget cuts and that they had to cut me from their budget and they could no longer afford me. So I was heartbroken. I didn't cry. I wasn't really... I was confused, honestly, because I thought that the universe had given me this position. I thought it was my time to take a leap of faith, to really trust and to really go out there, and then I felt like my dreams were just crushed. Like, I felt like I was, like, back to the very beginning. So I started to apply to more freelancing jobs, and I ended up getting a few that worked, but it's nothing consistent, and that's the hard part, is consistency with freelancing. So here I am ending the year, and I currently have a few clients that are on and off. It's like, it's really confusing when people ask me how many clients I have. It's like, well, they're kind of like floating. It's like if they need me, they come back. And I've had a lot of meetings recently and a lot of potential and a lot of like prospects coming up, but nothing too consistent, and it's really hard, especially ending the year because it is the holiday season and obviously spending is a little bit higher to get the things that you need or want for your loved ones. So it's been very difficult, but last week I said that I was going to outline my goals for 2017, so I go through a process called the 90-Day Year with Todd Herman, and I absolutely love that program. I bought into it this summer, and it's really changed my business, which is great. So I completed the first few steps that you need to do to like set your goals and do all that. So I set my goals and I outlined my tasks for the new year, and I want to talk about my goals for 2018. So let's do it. So my goals for 2018, my first goal is to create a money-making plan and system to generate $9,000 a month, which would be on track to make $100,000 a year. And I know that's an absolutely crazy goal. It's a very big goal, especially because I only made $3,000 a year with my business. I keep like having this fear that people are going to be like, who the heck do you think you are trying to make $100,000 this year? Like, your business is still brand new. Who's going to want to pay that money? Like, I talk so negatively to myself, and you guys should probably already know that, but I just keep having this like thought in my mind that's like, who do I think I am that I can make this kind of money? But then I keep having to tell myself, girl, you've worked your butt off, and every goal that you've set in 2017, the practical ones, the ones that I used with this actual system when I knew what I was doing, I achieved them. I crushed them. I surpassed them because I knew how to achieve them. So if I know how to achieve $100,000 a year, which is about $9,000 a month, and that's just by the end of the year. So hopefully November, I'm hoping October, November, I can be making $9,000 a year, which would be on track for $100K. That's like what it takes. It's like 8,777 or something is actually like what it is each month, but that's my goal. And I know if I create an appropriate system, launch the right products, create the right sales funnels, it's going to happen. So that is my goal for 2018. My next goal is to have a 10,000 plus influence on Instagram. So that means over 10,000 followers on Instagram. I want 15,000 followers on Pinterest and 5,000 followers on YouTube. Now, if you're watching this video by the time that it's coming out, which I highly doubt that you are because I have 10 followers and I'm really just doing this YouTube channel for me, that's awesome. And you may notice that I only have 10 followers, and that's fine. I have 10 subscribers on YouTube, and you know what? I'm okay with that. So I know that I have a while to go. My Instagram right now is at 1,000 followers, 705, I think. So 1,700 followers. So I've got over 8,000 followers to go. My Pinterest is at 1.5 right now, and I want to get that to 15,000. So, you know, I've got a long way to go, and I'm okay with that because I spent a while at the beginning of 2017 trying to grow my following on social media, and then I realized, why was I trying to grow my following if I didn't have the proper systems in place? Like, I didn't have the proper lead generation for my email, I didn't have the proper resources and like channels for them to go to, so what was the point of building my social media? You know, we could do a whole talk on that. So now I feel like I'm at the point where I can build my social media and I can market in that way. So I'm going to be spending a lot more time in that aspect to try to grow that and grow my audience. And really my influence is what I want to focus on, is my influence. The next goal, which is goal number 3, increase lead generation to 300 plus people a month. So that is a goal, to have over 5,000 people in my email list by the end of 2018. So as the time I'm recording this, I have about 400 plus some. I think I'm at like 420 email subscribers. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's not bad, because I started my email from 0 in March, and the first few months I had no idea what I was doing, and I really didn't try to grow it. And then I really started to try to grow it, and it paid off, and I gained over 100 followers in a month, which was awesome. So I know that I can get myself to 300 plus people a month in my email list. I just have to improve my opt-ins and do stuff like that. So I do have the appropriate tasks laid out for those goals. Another goal for 2018 is to be able to hire an assistant to improve my time spent on low-level tasks to 2 hours a week. So like I said, I use the Todd Herman 90-year program and 90-day year program. And within that program, he talks about establishing the monetary value of your time, and we'll actually talk about this in another video because that's such a great topic. But the monetary value of your time, and it's like, what amount of time during your day is spent on low-level tasks? So low-level tasks to me are like responding to emails and scheduling social media automations. Those are very low-level tasks, where creating a new product, writing the content for a new course, that kind of stuff is higher level thinking and higher level tasks that I should be spending my time focused on. Now, as a solo business owner, obviously I'm going to have to spend my time on things that are low level. That stuff just needs to get done. But I would absolutely love to have an intern. I would love to have someone that's trying to get a step into the blogging industry, or to see what it's like to be like as an entrepreneur or a blogger. I would love to have someone in that field to bring in, help show them the ropes, and really teach them as much as I can freaking teach them while they're helping me as well. So that's kind of my goal by the end of 2018, is to have an intern or an assistant, which is really crazy to think about, but I think it's definitely possible. The last goal I have for 2018 is to decrease my bounce rate on my website to 40% and increase my page views to 20K a month. So the first thing I want to talk about is my bounce rate. If you've ever been to my website, I'm very sorry, because my website is so slow. When I created it, I kind of botched the coding a little bit and the CSS, because I just wanted to make it as customizable as possible, and I didn't really think about it that it was slowing down my website. And now my website is super duper duper slow, and I'm not happy with it. My bounce rate is about 80%. That's a crazy high bounce rate. 80% of the people that are trying to get to my website don't actually make it there. They go straight back. Insane to think about. So that's my goal for this year, is to fix that. Yeah, I gotta fix that. And then another one that I talked about was the page views to 20K a month. So currently I'm getting about, I'm in between 5K and 7K a month page views, and it kind of just keeps fluctuating. And for a while I was flat. I was like 2K a month page views, and then I spiked up and I went to 5 to 7 a month, and now I've just kind of remained there. So I gotta find a way to keep spiking and keep growing, and I think that's kind of gonna go hand in hand with my bounce rate as well, because with a bad bounce rate, obviously people don't actually make it to your website, so your page views go down because they're not clicking as much stuff, and the speed of your website is actually really bad for your SEO. So my SEO is really hurting from the speed of my site, and that really stinks. So those are my 5 goals for 2018. Within those 5 goals, I break my goals up into quarters, so I'm hoping I'm not talking your ear off too much here, but I broke my goals down into quarters. So by March 31st, I have some other goals that I want to achieve by then, and I actually have those written out somewhere. Let me get to them. So my first goal, these are goals that I'm going to achieve by March 31st. So my first goal is just decrease my site speed by 2 seconds, 4 seconds, or 6 seconds. I break them out by good, better, best goals. So if I achieve any of those, I would be happy. Like if I achieved good, which would be to improve it by 2 seconds, I would be happy. If I improved it by 4 seconds, I would be really happy. And if I improved it by 6 seconds, I would be like out of this world happy. So I've got those, and then improve my bounce rate to 60%, 50%, and 40%. So 2 goals there are to decrease my site speed and improve my bounce rate, which we just talked about, but I've got like that broken down into little goals each quarter so that I can keep focusing on it and do different tasks to get me to that big goal of 2018. My next goal is to launch a content plan to improve distribution channels to generate 10% more followers and subscribers a week, and then there's 20% and then 30%, and then I actually have that broken down into social media and my email. It's really detailed, guys. I go into so much detail when I set my goals because I need this. I need concrete numbers. I need to see what I'm going towards so that I can plan out how to get there. So that's another one, is to launch a content plan to improve distribution channels to generate more followers and subscribers to my email each week, which is exciting. The next goal is to improve my automation systems to decrease my time working each week to 30 hours a week, 28 hours a week, 26 hours a week. Now, that may seem crazy to you. One of my goals with working on my own was to really have the flexibility to do what I want, work when I want, and really work when I'm most productive and do other things when I need to do them. I've had a terrible work-life balance before. I have worked myself so hard that I've spent a whole week on my floor completely crippled, unable to move, unable to do any work because I was so just drained emotionally that it came out physically as well. It was insane, and I don't want to get to that point again. I want to overwork myself, and that comes back to being able to hire an assistant and an intern. If I am smarter with my time and I can monitor my time and automate as many systems as possible, I'll be able to throw myself at more high-level tasks each week and then be able to give those low-level tasks to someone else. So that's kind of my thought process there. Then we have 2 more goals. The next goal is to create and launch a product to improve passive income to $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, and $3,000 a month. So that is to help, obviously, with my goal of making $9,000 a month. I really do want to launch a paid product, which I tried to launch a paid product before. If you guys have been following me for a long time, I tried to launch a paid course before in October, actually, and it just didn't go as I thought. I was not ready to launch a paid course. I did not know what I was doing, and it was the first course I'd ever done, so it honestly was not as good as it could have been, and I was trying to monetize it, and I was trying to monetize my website too soon, and my audience wasn't ready for it, and I wasn't willing to lose my audience for that. So after, I think it took 3 days, it was offered as a paid course. I ended up removing it and said that it was actually completely free. So then I had people sign up for it and that it was free. I ended up archiving that course last week, and now there's a new free course that is live on my website helping you start a blog. So if you want to start a blog, it's called Start Blogging, completely free. There's 11 videos worth of content to help you start a blog, create your vision, create a plan for success, actually launch the blog, do all that stuff, the design, what you need on your website, promotion, SEO, so much more. Everything I really wish I would have had when I started a blog. That's why I created it. So you can go ahead and sign up for that if you're interested, completely free. It's awesome. So those are my goals for March. I try to set 3 to 5 goals for the whole year. Actually, I set 5 for the whole year always, and then I try to set 3 to 5 every quarter. So this one is going to go until March. So I have 4 set goals, and then I just have one like statistical goal at the end to keep me on track of growing my influence online, like I talked about in my 2018 goals. So my goal there for social media, I want Pinterest, I want 3,000 followers. Instagram, I want 2.5 thousand followers. YouTube, I want 1,000 followers. And then for email, I want 1,000 subscribers total. For my VIP team, I want 300. So I currently have 1.5 thousand followers on Pinterest. I have 1.7 on Instagram, and I have 10 followers on YouTube. So clearly I have a while to go with those goals, and I'm okay with that. In 3 months, that is a huge growth, and now that I think about it, 1,000 followers on YouTube is a lot, but I plan on producing a lot of YouTube content over the next few months, which I'm really excited about. I have like a whole plan in place, and I think it's going to be freaking kick booty. So I'm excited for that. And then my email list, I currently have about 400 subscribers total, and over 100, I think it's like 125 of them are part of my VIP team. So obviously not everyone in my email list is part of my VIP team. Most of them just sign up for little opt-ins, typically resources, free downloads here and there. So that is that. That's really all I wanted to talk to you guys about. 2017 has been an absolute whirlwind. I really can't believe it. I can't believe that this year is coming to a close. When this year ends, I will be ringing in the new year on a cruise ship. I'm not even sure where our cruise ship is going to be. But we will be somewhere out at sea. So who knows? I will be going off the grid for about a week, which is exciting, but it's also terrifying because this is like prime time for my business and I really don't want to slow down. I just want to keep working and pushing through, but I know it's going to be good for me to take a break. I will still probably bring my computer or my iPad, so I will be writing. My goal is to write a lot of content and hopefully work on that paid product I was talking about. And do stuff like that. I do have all of my blog posts, everything planned out. I have to get them written, scheduled, everything before I leave. So if you're curious about how I automate my business, that could be a whole another video because, yeah, that's actually probably a really good one. But that's really it. I hope you guys had an absolutely amazing 2017. I hope you enjoyed ending the year with me, and I'm planning on creating a bullet journal video where I talk about how I'm outlining my bullet journal for the beginning of 2018 and how I'm going to set myself up for success for 2018, and I really have to get that done this week, so I really gotta do that. So that is coming soon, but I will chat with you guys later. Thank you for hanging out with me in my office today with the pups. I've got one of them here at my feet. The other one, I think, abandoned us a little while ago. So this is a very long chit-chatty video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.